In this lecture, let's see one more use case where we want to utilize this Agentforce vibe. So let me start a new conversation here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make this action as auto approve. So auto approve is now enabled. And even this one, let's make it check. So edit and edit all the files it can edit actually. Okay, I actually don't want to approve all the files one by one. So I want it to automatically save those files. So again, you can do this on your sandbox or developer org, but do ensure that you're checking these files once these are created. So now with this, now you see that these actions are actually enabled. Let's ask it to create a batch class. So let me close all of these files here and let me give this prompt. And so now I'm saying that create the batch class which will find all the lead record which is not yet converted and created date is more than 30 days and mark it as bogus. So we want to create a batch to find all the lead records which are not yet converted and they were created like last month or more than 30 days. So we just want to do the cleanup of these lead by marking them as bogus lead. So now you see that it was actually able to refer all the files without even asking me to approve that. And then it created the batch class and it has actually saved it itself. So it's not even asking me for the approval because we have enabled this auto approve here. Okay. But again, when you're working with sensitive files, it makes sure that you are just disabling this one. Okay. Now let me check what fields are available on lead object. Okay. This is fine. Okay. This command doesn't even exist. That is fine. It has actually created the batch class. And it is actually creating one more class to call this batch. I mean, this is actually not needed. We didn't even ask for it. So you could reject these kind of requests. Okay. So let's just see this batch here. So this is the batch class. And most importantly, you would see that this class is automatically saved. And did it deploy also? No, it didn't deploy because we didn't ask for it. So this class is not yet deployed. But let's just see here, this batch is going to pick up the lead records, where is converted is false and created date is less than 30 days. Okay. And then it is just updating the status to bogus, which is fine. If you have some other fields that you want to update, you can write those logic here and then it can update those lead record. So this is fine. And this time we didn't ask it to explicitly deploy this component. So it didn't do that. So maybe we can ask it deploy these components. Now you can ask it to deploy or you can also deploy yourself. Okay, so it is going to deploy this lead bogus batch class as well as this runner class, which actually is not needed, but that's fine here. Okay, so it seems like it is able to deploy all the component. Yes, it has deployed all that. And it is saying that it just want to see that if the class is deployed or not. That's fine. We will check it from the org. Okay, so let's go to the org and here. And here the batch class name was lead bogus. Let's just see that if this batch class is deployed. Yes, so this is the batch class that it has deployed in this org. So again, what is the difference this time? This time we had enabled this auto approve. So whenever it had to refer the files or, see the project structure or create new files, it didn't ask for the approval, which is fine if you are just doing some POC or working on small components. But if you're working on existing files, make sure that you do not enable this. You do want to check what changes it is going to make, validate that, and then only approve those requests. Okay, so this agent is actually very useful, I would say. It's native to Salesforce with the Einstein trust layer. So given all of that, I think it's a very good assistant, but make sure that when you're working with these assistant, you are very careful with what type of code it is generating. So now let's meet in our next lecture where we want to equip this agent with additional MCP server. So I'm just going to show one example where we will connect it with the Jira. So at lessons MCP server, and then instead of we giving this prompt, right, like this, create a batch class and all of this would be written in the Jira ticket, and we will ask our agent to directly access the Jira and understand the requirement which is written there and create the components. So let's see all of that in our upcoming lectures.